Well, howdy diddly dandy there, chums. It's I, Captain of the Steves, and today, chums, for you guys out there in the viewerverse, I'm playing a demo that was hit on Up for the Game Awards thing, on PlayStation 5. It's called Bramble. Never heard of it, don't know what to expect, so let's jump on in and take a look at this little game. Hopefully it's going to be something special, but we shall see. I mean, the graphics on the screenshots looked quite nice, so we can only but hope that that translates over into game. Well, this has taken a while. Okay, what the fudge? Alright, you know what, I'll shut up, because it's probably an intro, isn't it?
Olle was comforted by the morning sun. He had survived the night, but just barely. At least he had found the stone again. And it felt like it was his sister's way of telling him he was on the right path.
Maximum pauses between sentences, please. Well, I'd imagine it's sort of building the atmos, but I didn't even know that I was ready to play. Yeah, I just decided to move the joystick and away I went. Lovely. Now, it just feels quite linear driven. It kind of feels like I'm playing Moss, or at least that's the sort of feeling that I'm getting from this right at this particular point in time. Obviously, it's not a VR title. It's quite difficult to understand the perspective with this, with the shifting and floating camera. But you know what? I really like the way that it's meandering through this and bringing in this visual sort of masterpiece. I mean, it does look quite beautiful, doesn't it? It's really spectacular. Yeah, I'm liking it so far, people. And I like the music. Let me shut up again and let you just take on in the ambience.
Fagra blomsterängar, åkerns ädla säd, de rika örters ängar och lundens gröna träd. Det skola oss påminna Guds godhets rikedom, att vid den nåd besinna som räcker.
Yes, it's really quite freaking nice, isn't it? All this sort of ambience. I mean, look, there's little birdie-man bird-birds. Hello, birdie-man bird-birds. And a butterfly fly. Hello, butterfly fly. Nice. And it looks like we're heading down to a hedgehog mount. Did you like my butterfly impression? Been working on it, frickin' have, mate. Anyways, we're going to head on down to the hedgehog. Now, you're going to see a slight cut here. Because I didn't know what to do with the hedgehog, it doesn't give you any indication. I mean, hedgehogs can't frickin' swim. My mum used to have a pond at our old house, and I had to uninstall said pond because we kept finding hedgehogs frickin' dead inside of the blinking pond. Yes, they can't blinking swim. We put ramps in, we put floating bits of wood, all sorts of stuff to help the hedgehogs out the pond. Did they use them? No. They'd rather just freaking drown in the pond. Yeah, so anyway, we're going into the actual water. I mean, I took my little elven character, I don't know whether it is an elf, into the water, and I tried to swim. I drowned. So that's what the cut was, me getting off the hedgehog and trying to swim myself. But no, it makes more sense to take a hedgehog, which is not a water-based creature. Freaking weird. Anyhow, I digress. There we go. A little bit of science on hedgehogs there, people. I love the fish. I like the actual frogs. This could almost be like a background screensaver and you would actually really enjoy it. But it's a game. We've got to remember that it's a game because at the moment, it's got game elements there, kind of. But what have we come across so far? A balancing section, which you didn't need to balance. A swimming hedgehog section, which was freaking weird. So anyways, let's just press on. I mean, the only reason I'm pressing on with this is mainly because of how awesome the graphics are. I mean, look at the water ripples, look at the water effects, and look at the actual foliage. It looks freaking awesome. So there we go, I've got off, and it's kind of got this sort of weird sort of vibe to it. It almost feels like moss, but it's very enchanting. It's very captivating at the moment, people. I really like it. Yeah, I like these little red gnomes. I don't know what they're all about, but I think you follow them as sort of indicators of where to go. There's no hand-holding in this. I mean, there's no tutorial whatsoever. Now look at the actual tree bark and all that sort of stuff. They've really gone to town with the level of detail on the textures. Such a nice looking game. But is it a good game to play? So far, not enjoying it, finding it a little bit tedious, and finding the controls a little bit floaty. It doesn't feel like I'm really controlling him because of the moving cameras. It'd be nice to have more control over the cameras yourself rather than being forced on some sort of roller coaster. Anyways, right now I've got to make one of these dandelion little gits go underneath the nose of this stone troll. At least that's what I think I've got to do, because at the moment I can't interact with it. Can I? There you go, jumping up and down does nothing. Yeah, alright, fine, cool. Right, well, let's go back to plan A. We're going to get one of those little freaking dandelion guys to launch a load of dandelion things, and hopefully it's going to sneeze, because that's what rock trolls do, apparently. They've got nasal cavities. Well, it's got a nose, so I guess it has, actually, hasn't it? Well, there we go. Anyway, I digress. It's not like I know the freaking anatomy of rock trolls. Right, here we go. Let's chase one of these little guys. It's like little Pikmin or something from the Nintendo or something, isn't it? Anyway, let's chase him over here. Oh, wait, no, not that way. This is what I mean about the floaty controls. As you sort of go in one direction, because the camera moves, you go in a different direction. It just feels a bit wonky, just a little bit broken. Aha! Awesome! What are you going to tell me? Hello there. Oh my god, look at those freaking eyes. Okay, jump on your hand. Hope he doesn't just clap, because that would be freaking messy. No, awesome. He's helped me across the ledge, and there I go, down yonder freaking slope. That's kind of smart, isn't it? Right, okay, well there we go. We've met ourselves a little red guy here. Hello, little chap. You what? You want to go see your dad? Up there? Don't you worry. You're in the hands of Captain Steve, the master of delivering of gnomes. Fudging heck, it's climbing up me. I didn't give you permission to do that. I do not consent. Okay, fine. Right, now I look like a wonky unicorn. Okay, right, so now I go into the water. Don't need a hedgehog this time. No, fudge it. I'm just walking in, just wading in. Okay, I guess you can go so deep before you die. Well, I'm not going to go too far off the beaten path. Can I get in that little crevice there? Well, where am I supposed to go? You see, I can see that there's a log up there with loads of little mini mushroom chappies on it. And look, the camera's gone off on its own. I can't even see my blinking. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm back. Okay, cool. I guess there's only one way I can go, and that's this way. And I can't get in this. It looks like you're supposed to go in that crevice and climb up, doesn't it? But no, because then you're not going to go across the log, are you? All right, we've got to go across the log where all those little chappies are. All right, or chapettes, whatever they are. We've got to go past them, I think. I like the way that they're following me and looking at where I'm going. It just adds to that sort of level, doesn't it? Oh, what's that? There's a little stone thing over there, isn't there? What is it? It's like a little person. Yes, I'll have that. What does it do? Doesn't give you any indication of what it is. Doesn't even say stone golem or stone pliff or magical item or something to throw at your dad. There's nothing, is there? Okay, right, fine. And I don't even know what we're supposed to be doing. The intro just said that I've been out all night and I nearly become a cropper. I think that person that had me in their clutches or whatever was some sort of goblin and turned to stone in the daylight. At least I'm assuming. So yeah, maybe they took me well away from home, but there's no mention of that. I can only but assume that we're trying to find our way home, I guess, and helping gnomes on the way. Here we go, here's the log. And look again at the extra detail. Isn't it freaking cool? I like all the leaves falling as well. It's just beautiful. It's just really nicely done. But you see all this balancing stuff? There's no skill in it. There's no skill. You just hold down. There's no sort of, oh, careful, and then you fall off. There's none of that. There hasn't been much to do with skill as yet in here. There's been a lot of little mini problem solving, like getting that thing to sneeze, and trying to find your way around a freaking lake on a hedgehog. But other than that, there's not really much of a challenge here, to be honest, people. Oh, cutscene. Righto, brilliant. Well, this just took a weird sort of dive, didn't it? Where'd that come from? Alright, we're not going to explain that. Fine. We've now just got a crystal ball that freaking lights up whenever we... nice. Don't know where it come from. Don't know what it's called. Don't know how it fits into the lore. Weird. Okay, anyways, let's just press on and just... yeah, we've got a torch. A random weird torch thing. Okay, cool. Well, this seems to be all falling apart. Fudge that. Okay, whoop. Jesus! Well, there was no warning of a rock falling. Heck no there wasn't. Well, we're going to head this way. Lucky that people have built all these little mini bridges inside of this hidey hole. Heck yes. Right, well, we're just going to carry on going this way. Oh, that one moves! Okay, what do I do here? I'm just going to do a leap of frickin' faith. I have no idea whether this is going to work. I don't know whether he clings onto things. Okay, here we go. I can't do anything with my tool. Oh, you can! I'm scaling the cage. Nice, okay. I do like the lighting effects and the dust particles and everything else. I do like the sound. I do like the music. I don't like the wonky camera, though. I really don't like the wonky camera. And I don't like the fact that there's no sort of lore being driven into this. There's no sort of rhyme or reason to what we're doing. I mean, who's this guy in this cage? You know, does he talk? Is he still alive? I can hear him growling. Right, okay, well, let's give that a little bit of a push or a pull. Which way should I go? I'll go this way, I think. Okay, I can't go any further that way. Okay, fine. I'll go this way then. Kaboom! There we go. I thought it would have landed on that platform, and then maybe I could reach somewhere higher. Well, that's gone and stuffed it, hasn't it? Right, okay, well, fudge it. I was going to look over that way to see if there's another way to go. There's not. Okay, so I had a death and we've respawned. I don't know how many lives you get. I don't know when the continue screen comes up. But it looks like it's just infinite play, which is a good thing, because you're going to learn from freaking dying by the looks of things. Alright, fine. You know what? What happens if I go across here then? Okay, this platform looks a bit wobbly. Ah, maybe when the cage falls, it smashes that lollipop stick sort of bridge, and then it starts floating off. Maybe I've got to knock that off and jump off, run round and get on it quickly and get across. Okay, we'll try that. Awesome. Let's give that a go. Right, here we go. Let's push this then. Don't go that way, Steve. We're going this way. Right, press square. I kind of expected it to open the cage. No, we can't. I wonder if I can go round the other way and push it. We'll try that first. We'll go that way. Because I really don't know. I can't see if there's anything over that way. And no, we're just merging through the freaking cage. You can't push it that way, so it has to go that way. Alright, well that's a bit of a freaking lame puzzle, isn't it? Yeah, okay, fine. No, don't fall off of there. Let's head on back this way. Let's just push the dang thing off again. Let's just repeat the same mistake. I don't know whether it is a mistake. It could be right. There we go. Boom! Smash! Okay, run round and quickly get on that platform. Oh, it's moving too bloody fast. I should have just jumped from up the top. Okay, this game started off very relaxing, very sort of mellow, and I really liked it. It felt sort of whimsical, magical. It felt like it might be something special, a little gem. But I'm telling you now, the perspective stuff on this, the wonky camera, and the puzzles that are pretty shite. It isn't doing much for me right now, people. And the fact that there's no lore, I mean, where did you get this freaking shiny torch thing from, you know? And what was that freaking little metally stone thing that I picked up? There we go. Anyway, let's just carry on. Let's see if we can get out of here and see what biome's next. Hopefully it's something majestically awesome, and it reinvigorates me to play a bit more. Oh, great, yeah, because I saw that freaking coming, didn't I? Man! Okay, fine, let's try that bit again. Right, cool. So this time, instead of jumping, like you would assume that you need to do, I'm just going to walk off. Oh, and I nearly fell in again. Okay, there we go. Let's go across this plank then. Cool. Again, no sort of balancing sort of technique there, but maybe that's probably a godsend, because who knows with this freaking dodgy freaking perspective and camera angles. Right, okay, hopefully I'm nearly out. There's bats up there, people. Lots of bats. I do like bats. One of my favourite creatures. Righto, so we go. Let's jump that. No! You know what? I've lost the will to freaking play this. It's not great with the camera angles like that. It really isn't. And you don't know what's going to happen. I didn't know that was going to go down until I jumped on it. And I didn't know that one was going to go freaking up. Okay, oh, and I nearly fell off there. Okay, this thing seems to be tilting. It seems to be falling. Okay, it just seems like it's a roguelike without any roguelike benefits. It just feels like you're being frickin' trolled, mate. So no, not for me. It went from being a relaxing game to being something that's completely frustrating. Maybe that's why they called it Bramble, because it looks nice, but it's frickin' spiky. Goodbye, people in the viewerverse. Give this one a miss. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you like what you see, please hit a like and a subscribe. And I'd like to say a massive, great big thank you to all of my backers over on Patreon and over on YouTube membership. Thanking you, backers. And if you want to support this channel, just don't skip the adverts. That throws revenue down my avenue. Or yeah, just stay with Captain Steve that little bit longer and hit something on this screen. There's merch here now too.